Money move number 3. If there is a silver lining to this crisis, it's that the cost of borrowing has gone down. It has gone down substantially. Right now at Redwood, a person with excellent credit could refinance their mortgage at a 3% rate. That's a 5.5 adjustable rate mortgage. A 60-month used car loan at 2.5%. A credit card at 8.99%. That, by the way, is about half of the average. A home equity line of credit or HELOC at 4.5%. I mean, generally, we know it only makes sense to refinance a mortgage if you're going to hold the property long enough to make back the cost of doing the transaction. So you take your closing costs, you divide it by your monthly savings, and that's the minimum number of months that you need to stay in that home to make it work. But the rest of these transactions have a negligible cost. They are not at all demanding in terms of the paperwork that they require. And so even if you're just saving $15 a month on a car loan, over a year, that's $250. Over the time you have that car, it could be well over $1,000. It's worth adding these numbers up. One note of caution here. In the run-up to the Great Recession, we saw many people using home equity to consolidate their credit card bills. And the problem with this was that after they did so, 40% of those people charged their credit cards right back up. If you are going to take steps to save yourself money in this way with a balance transfer on a credit card, make sure that you put a lid on any additional spending that you plan on doing in the future. Otherwise, you risk falling into a hole that is twice as deep. Money rule number 73, you'll note sometimes I throw out some of my favorite money rules during a presentation like this. Just because someone will lend it to you doesn't mean you should borrow it. That's just worth keeping in mind. And what if your credit isn't excellent? Or what if you're not sure? This is a really good time to focus on establishing some good credit habits. Here are the things that you need to do on a regular basis. First, you want to monitor your credit. Redwood provides credit reports and scores through Savvy Money. All you have to do is sign up for Savvy Money through Redwood. It is free. So make sure that you're keeping an eye on both your report and your score. That report is particularly important because 1/5 of all credit reports have errors. And some of those errors are bad enough to actually drag down your score. So if you find an error on your credit report, reach out to the credit bureau that generated that report, file a report to have that error corrected, and that bureau has 30 to 45 days in which to get back to you. Build your credit. Building good credit is not rocket science. It's just a matter of good habits. You want to make sure that you are paying your bills on time every time. And you want to make particularly sure that you are keeping an eye on what's called your credit utilization. That's the percentage of the credit limit that you have that you're actually using. It's best for your credit score to keep it under 30%. Finally, if you know that you're not the kind of person who is going to monitor their credit on a regular basis, my suggestion would be that you actually freeze your credit with the credit bureaus. Crises like these bring scam artists out in droves. And identity theft is a very, very popular scam. Knowing that your credit is frozen is a very nice and also free barrier that can help get in the way of full-blown identity theft by helping make sure that thieves can't obtain credit lines in your name.